What it is, YouTube? It's your boy stonecondX here, back for not back for nothing. This is new. Today we are doing What If Saturdays. Today is Saturday, and I have a special what if for you all. It is what if Krillin survived all of Dragon Ball. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna be for real with you. I wrote this all in a week, and I'm not no serious what iffer, so this is gonna be wrong. Dislike the video if you want, but please stay for the story, because I'm not gonna lie, this is crazy. This is the craziest story I've ever seen, and I was the one that wrote it. Alright, the story starts off as all stories start, where a teenage girl is going on an adventure to find some balls to wish for a man with a bigger set of balls. Alright, I'm playing. Alright, the story today is not about Goku. It's about Goku's best friend Krillin, who is better known as the world's strongest human. And since this story is not about Goku, let's skip all the Goku moments to like the second tournament, or the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai, more commonly known as the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament. Tensions are running high as Goku and Tien Shinhan are in the most fiercest of battles. Neither side is letting up, and the conclusion of the battle ending with a little boy getting hit by a car. Goku loses the tournament, and as the story continues, Goku and the gang decide to go out to dinner for the well-doing of Goku. The gang's morale were high as they were leaving the stadium, but then Goku suddenly remembers he forgot his power pole and excuses himself to leave. Krillin then stops Goku. Krillin decides to go back and grab it for him, and proceeds into the stadium to see one of King Piccolo's minions attacking the tournament referee and stealing a list of fighters for King Piccolo. Seeing this, Krillin decides with the power and strength bestowed upon him from Master Roshi and the teachers of the Orin Temple, allows for Krillin to overcome fear and attempt to fight Tambourine, until Krillin remembers he is severely underpowered and is beaten by Tambourine. Krillin is beat almost within an inch of death. Meanwhile, at the restaurant, the gang is there eating, and the usually very hungry Goku can't seem to shake the bad feeling he is having at the current moment. He just can't seem to understand what's going on within him that makes him feel this way. Then he remembers he left Krillin to get his power pole, and then Goku storms out of the restaurant all the way back to see Tambourine on top of Krillin, an inch from killing him. So Goku rushes in and delivers a heavy punch to Tambourine and seems to land, but Tambourine does not move. He actually didn't feel anything and proceeds to sledgehammer Goku to the ground. And just before he begins to assault Goku, the gang rushes in and sees this, and the crowd in front of the goon was too much for Tambourine. He drops the sign of Piccolo and rushes out of there. Master Roshi catches the paper and instantly knew it was Piccolo, and while Goku was getting up to leave, Master Roshi stops him and yells at Goku to hold on! Krillin is still alive. We can save him. So the gang picks up Krillin, and Goku, remembering Korin, rides his Nimbus to get a sensu bean from him and returns to Krillin. Krillin uses the sensu bean and is recovered, except for his soreness, and tells Goku that the guy got the list of martial artists and is going to kill them all, and tells Goku, I don't think we are strong enough for this. I think we need to get stronger, but Goku says, no, we can take him if we both fight together. So the duo went to Bulma and asked for the Dragon Radar and went on to find Tambourine. Flying on the Nimbus, they managed to catch up to Tambourine and find him in mixed battle with another martial artist. And as soon as Goku's eyes land on Tambourine, the blood boils and he charges for him. Krillin behind Goku has no choice but to engage battle for Goku not to be beaten, but Tambourine backhands Krillin away and proceeds to drop a beating on Goku. Fist flying, Goku having no option of winning, he is defeated, and Tambourine flies away, and with Goku being beaten, Krillin has to pick up the struggle to take Goku to the place of healing, Korin's Tower. Like, comment, and subscribe, or this will happen to you. Please help me out. Krillin, at the base of Korin's Tower, climbs and climbs with Goku on his back up the tower. Reaching the top, which Korin senses, he comes downstairs and sees Goku beaten and defeated and provides him a sensu bean to recover like he did for Krillin. And Goku finally understands that he needs to get way stronger if he wants to take revenge. So he asks Korin for more ways to train, and Korin can help Goku. Goku has mastered Korin's teaching. The only person Korin can train is Krillin because he hasn't mastered what Goku has. But Korin sees the power pole and remembers the legend of a mysterious extending pole and the information that if the hole on top of the tower and the power pole combined, it will lead to a new world above. But before any of that, the threat of Piccolo is still looming over the world. And Korin sends Goku and Krillin to search for the Ultra Divine Water and blah blah blah, skipping all the filler in between. In the chamber with the water, Goku decides to drink it so he can get stronger, but Krillin, knowing the pain he would experience, decides not to take it and is reduced to watching Goku writhe in pain from the water, and with no way to help him, he just sits and waits till Goku wakes up, receiving his Saiyan Zenkai boost. And after that happens, Goku and Krillin both leave Korin's tower in pursuit of Tambourine, and with that Zenkai boost, Goku does the unimaginable. He punches directly through Tambourine like he's paper and sends a shockwave to King Piccolo. Learning his child Tambourine had been slayed, Piccolo proceeds to speed to Goku and Krillin's location. Once Piccolo arrives, he hops out of his ship with the Pilaf gang inside and slams down to the ground, and is surprised that a mere child managed to kill one of his children, and decides to give the ultimatum for Goku and Krillin to join his crew and become disciples of King Piccolo or die. But Goku, knowing the activities of King Piccolo, decided it would be better to die in the situation. So battle ensues, and the battle remains mostly the same, with Goku using Monkey Fist to punch through King Piccolo. The only difference is Krillin proceeding to evacuate everyone from the battle between the two, and the shock seeing Goku punching a hole through Piccolo makes Krillin shudder. And with the story concluding sooner than expected, Piccolo never took the Dragon Balls and wished to be younger, or even attempt to become king of the world, and the world is saved once again. Hours later, Goku remembers what Korin said about the Power Pool and decides he wants to see what's above the tower, so him and Krillin return to Korin and ascend to Kami's lookout. Alright. Pause. Now, I know what you may be thinking. This whole story I just explained is completely wrong and not canon to Dragon Ball. And I'm gonna tell you something, I completely screwed up with this what if. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was writing this at a time where I was not sitting down. I was just writing. I screwed up the process of this. You can dislike if you want, but I'm telling you, this story is good. So I suggest you stay, because now we are creating a whole new story that's weird and better. Alright, back to it. Upon arriving at Kami's lookout, they find Mr. Popo tending his garden. They approach him asking what Korin told them, which is that they will reach a new world up here and wanted to train here. Hearing that, Mr. Popo decided to train the pair the same way like normal. Alright, shut up. Now, 3-year time skip, because everything is the same. Goku and Krillin arrive at the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai and greets the gang, and the tournament happens the same way as normal until Krillin's fight with Piccolo Jr. Now, this is where the timeline changes definitely. Since Krillin was dead and revived, he trained with Yamcha and Tien Shinhan, but in this timeline, Krillin survives and is trained by Kami. So in terms of Krillin's normal power of 200, it's now somewhere about 285, and this shows in the fight with Piccolo Jr. He's putting up much more of a fight, landing blows on Piccolo and making Piccolo take off his weighted clothing. And Krillin remembers how he couldn't do anything to stop King Piccolo and decides to make a choice. He decides to perform the evil containment wave he learned from Kami and hopes to succeed, but just as he is about to capture Piccolo Jr., he runs out of energy and faints. Piccolo Jr. escapes and the tournament continues the same way. After being fed a sensu bean, Krillin awakes stinging from his loss, wishing he could be the one to defeat Piccolo Jr. He wishes he was stronger, wishes he could have the strength. Then he remembers something Kami asked both of the boys when they were training. He says his time is coming near and wishes to seek a successor to be the Guardian Earth. Goku declined his request because it seemed like too much responsibility, and Krillin declined because he didn't know what the job entailed. But he was rethinking his decision. He is a warrior and must get stronger, so witnessing Goku beat Piccolo, he knew he had to become stronger. So once the dust settled and Goku won the tournament and Goku's wedding to Chi-Chi, Krillin flies to Kami's lookout. He can fly because he trained with Kami instead of being dead, blah blah blah, and decided to become the Guardian of Earth. Time skip. 4 years have passed since Krillin underwent training to become the Guardian Earth. And 2 years in his training, he became the Guardian, but he had one request of his teacher Kami. Krillin requested Kami stay with them on the lookout to be a kind of advisor and to, keep him in the story because he's important, and also the Dragon Balls. So he's here, overseeing Krillin, relaxing and managing to keep the Dragon Balls alive on Earth. 4 years having passed without seeing his friends, hears of a party at Kame House for all of his friends. Not seeing them for so long, Krillin missed them, so when the time for the party comes, he tells Mr. Popo and Kami that he will see them later and flies down to Kame House to see Bulma already there and sensing a power level of 386 approaching, which he knows is Goku, but also senses a power level of 5, traveling at the same speed as Goku. And as he arrives, his eyes meet Goku's, and also Goku's kid, Gohan. Seeing Goku with the kid is truly shocking to him. He was not expecting to see his friend after 4 years of not being together, and is going to catch up on everything he missed over the years. As the party rages on, Krillin is getting a tingly feeling like something is amiss, and he can sense a huge power level somewhere on the planet moving around, but thinks it's just Piccolo moving around. But even if Piccolo does come back, Krillin with his strength alone could take him with the power level of 430, and just tries to shake the feeling and enjoy the party. Then he senses the power level getting closer, and so does Goku. Speeding fast towards them seems to be a man with a tail who is claiming to be Goku's brother. So Krillin proceeds towards him, attempting to communicate with him, and the brother Raditz proceeds to swing at Krillin. Krillin, seeing this, manages to dodge barely and knew he wasn't here for communication. Raditz takes Gohan and flies away. Another threat, Krillin claims, and he and Goku get ready to chase after him till he notices Piccolo right behind him and sighs another fight. But then Piccolo agrees to help the duo and now becomes a trio, whose power is 1,200 as opposed to normal, which is 800. They charge for Raditz, and with their combined power, Raditz can't keep up with the three. He slowly starts to slow down and is able to be bested by the trio, and in Krillin's hand, after ready, throws a Destructo Disc that cuts off Raditz's tail. Never having his tail cut off, Raditz can't stand or fight, so the match is over. The group decides what to do with him, and Bulma suggests using the Dragon Balls to send him back where he came from. Then Raditz questions, "What are Dragon Balls?" And then laughs when they tell him his scout has been transmitting information to 2 other Saiyans in space light years ahead of what his power was and will be here in a year. So with that information, they proceed to use the evil containment wave on Raditz to trap him forever, and that was the end of him. With the looming of another bigger threat, Krillin, Goku, and the Z Fighters need to train, and so does Piccolo, but Piccolo doesn't want to train with the duo. He will train by himself alone. So Goku proceeds to fly Gohan home to his mother before coming to the lookout with Krillin and the others, and asking is there any way to become stronger than they already are. And Kami's questioning Krillin's question. He says, "I've already trained you to be as strong as you can be. The only person who can benefit from me is Goku and the rest who haven't trained with me fully." Krillin, wanting to get stronger, asks, "Is there any other person that can train me?" And Kami thinks and doesn't know. But he can bring him and Goku to the strongest person he knows, who is King Yama. And he proceeds to transport the duo to the other world and talk to King Yama. King Yama asks, "Why has Kami brought the 2? And Kami responds saying, "This one right here is my successor, and this one right here is the strongest person on the planet. There is another threat coming to the planet, and these 2 wish to become stronger to be able to take on said threat." King Yama tells them about King Kai, but they will have to run the long Snake Way to get to King Kai, and the duo says they do it and proceed on Snake Way. Yamcha, Tien, Shinhan, and Chaozu stay with Kami to learn his teachings. Now, on to Snake Way. See, normally, with just Goku on Snake Way, he would get distracted by a filler like falling into hell or Snake Lady. But with Krillin here, Goku doesn't do any of that, because like there's somebody here to be like, "Goku, what are you doing? Let's go." Goku and Krillin have reached King Kai's planet and instantly notice the change of gravity. The gravity really has an effect on Krillin since he's human, making him sick and dizzy. Goku, being hyperactive, is ready to train with King Kai, and when he finds him, he's going to get trained. And no, I don't mean that. And you know what? Okay. The training is the same. Skip a year. Goku has been training here significantly stronger than in canon, since Krillin is there to be his training partner. Goku's power level is now 9,800, and Krillin's, after adjusting to the gravity, his power level is 8,000. Both of the duo know the Kaioken technique, but during the training, he pulled Krillin aside and taught him the Spirit Bomb to seize the Guardian of Earth. It has delegated himself to being good. Knowing it's been 1 year, Krillin tells Goku that we need to go back on Snake Way earlier because it's a long way back. The duo arrive to the lookout just before the Saiyans arrive. They sense a power level and charge towards the power level and see Piccolo waiting for them there. But more importantly, they see Gohan, who has a power level of 1000. They were so confused on how this happened, and then Piccolo explained after Goku returned Gohan to their home a week later. I thought, since you weren't here, I could corrupt your child to come to my side and be evil, but his mother would not leave us alone, so I decided to train him under Chi-Chi's watch, and here he is now. Chi-Chi said he will be trained but will not fight, so I told her to race Gohan home while he flew for some last training, and she should still be driving now. Just as Piccolo finished his explanation, the Saiyan ships crash down on Earth with a huge explosion, and the gang fly over to the explosion site and greets the duo, then move back to the wasteland. Vegeta and his partner Nappa are surprised that everyone was actually awaiting their arrival, since Raditz made them seem like the world's biggest threat. Krillin then proclaimed for the duo to leave this planet. If they didn't, they would suffer a fate worse than death bestowed upon them. That's when Yamcha, Tien, Shinhan, and Chaozu arrive to the battlefield, and Nappa and Vegeta dote on the increase of victims he has. Vegeta decides to test group strength, so the duo plant the Cybermen. Arose 5 creatures the same strength as one Raditz. Yamcha decides to step to the front of the group, proclaiming he would deal with the Cybermen while the rest deal with the Saiyans, and the battle ensues, and Yamcha goes full power and all out, taking Cybermen left and right. He goes Ultra Instinct and takes all the Cybermen out in the instant. Anyways, back in what's actually going on, yeah, he got latched on by a Cyberman and blew the fuck up. Krillin, seeing this, gets really enraged seeing his friend die. He goes Kaioken and rushes all the Cybermen and punches through the whole group of them within seconds, and all the Cybermen were defeated. Gohan, seeing this, was shocked and amazed by Krillin's power and what he could do. Vegeta and Nappa, seeing this, are very shocked and bewildered and questions Krillin's strength. Krillin replies with, "I warned you," and proceeds to rush Nappa, and the two begin battling, and Nappa was being beaten left and right without a chance to fight back. Then Vegeta, having enough of Nappa being beaten, he proceeds to throw him up in the air and kill him, and proceeds to take on Goku and Krillin at the same time, and he is severely overpowered by the combined efforts of Krillin and Goku, and is defeated swiftly without even having a time to become an Ozaru. And as Vegeta is defeated, Krillin is prepared to carry out his claim of a fate worse than death, but Goku stops him. He wants to fight Vegeta and lets him leave Earth. Now, with the Earth safe from the threat of the Saiyans, the gang used the Dragon Balls and revived Yamcha, and him feeling defeated as he was the only one to die, he asked Krillin how he became so strong, and he told him through the use of King Kai. He taught me the Kaioken, which doubles my power by the strength using the technique. Now, that last sentence I just said, I'm be for real with you, I don't know if that's true, I just made it up in my head. Yamcha remarks that that's a cheat and asks Krillin to take him to King Kai. Krillin takes Yamcha and Tien Shinhan to Kami, and Kami remarks that he won't. King Yama doesn't like alive individuals to be in the afterlife, and it was an exception to let him and Goku in the other world. Meanwhile, in space, Vegeta, in pain from his defeat, decides to return to an offshore Frieza planet that no one goes to, and proceeds to undergo healing. And finally, after being healed, he learns that Frieza overheard on the scouter about Namekians and Dragon Balls, and decides to pay a little visit to planet Namek for invincibility. Vegeta, knowing the repercussions of this, decides to fly to planet Namek and stop his plans. Reaching planet Namek, and immediately starts his Vegeta shenanigans, and Frieza and Vegeta manage to kill all the Namekians. Vegeta kills Kui, Dodoria, and Zarbon. So in retaliation, Frieza calls the Ginyu Force in, and Vegeta, knowing the Ginyu Force, realizing there's no use to retaliation because he's all alone. So he has to pledge his allegiance to Frieza and let him get his wish. All goes the same till Frieza attempts to make a wish. The Dragon Balls aren't working, and he doesn't know why. So he sends all his soldiers to find any remaining Namekians, but none are found because they are all dead. Frieza's enraged because him and Vegeta killed all the Namekians, and now there's none left, until Vegeta remembers the Namekian on Earth, and also that the Earth has Dragon Balls, and Frieza is ecstatic and prepares to leave for planet Earth. Now, this is where we're going to stop for part 1 of What If Krillin Survived All of Dragon Ball. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, this is a what if. I say you can roast me in the comments. Y'all better not roast me too hard. Alright? Anyways, guys, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.